Computapes Microsoft Word video number 8, using the Show Hide tool. If you select the Home tab, the group called Paragraph will be in the center of the ribbon. On the top right of the Paragraph group in the Home tab lies the Show Hide tool. Now, if you look at the text on the page, you cannot tell precisely where one paragraph ends and another one begins. But if you click the Show Hide tool, it will put a paragraph symbol at the end of each paragraph. Now notice this line is one separate paragraph, even though it's only one line across. Now this is clearly being shown by the fact that the Show Hide tool is placing these paragraphs here. Here's a blank paragraph, and here's a new one. If I scroll down a little bit, you can see there are others. And then the question becomes, what actually makes a new paragraph? Well, hitting the Enter key will create a new paragraph in the position of the cursor. For example, if I click the cursor here, let's say here, or here, and I hit Enter, a new paragraph is formed. Hit Enter, a new paragraph is formed, and so on. See? Now, this is a blank paragraph, and this paragraph can have any text I type in, and the reason why you must distinguish between the paragraphs beginning and ending, or at least as far as Microsoft Word is concerned, where one paragraph ends and another one begins, is very important. This is because the properties of each paragraph can be set separately. So if I click the Show Hide tool and I remove the separations of the paragraphs, obviously these are different lines and it looks like they might be different paragraphs, but don't be fooled. These two lines could be one paragraph that's formatted with a specific amount of space between it to show the space. Or they might be two separate paragraphs. The only way to know for sure is to click the Show Hide tool, and then you see, if you see these symbols, you know they are two separate paragraphs. You also might notice that when the Show Hide tool is showing the paragraphs, it's also showing little dots between each word. That's because the dots are simply the characters that are formed when you press the space bar on the keyboard. Space, 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 space. It puts little dots. But if you click again the Show Hide tool, all you would see was empty space across the line. And if you did not click on the Show Hide tool, you would not know the reason why there is so much space between the words on the very same line. Now, if you click in the center of all those little dots, or the center in all of those little spacebar spaces, the cursor will come exactly where you click. Now, if I hit the spacebar, I will be giving the appearance that I'm pushing the text to the right. What's really happening is I'm creating blank spaces from the spacebar, and the addition of the spaces pushes the text to the right. Now, what would happen if I click the Show Hide tool and I now hit the backspace? That's exactly right. It would give the appearance that I'm pulling the text to the left, when in fact, if I click the Show Hide tool, you would see that I'm removing or deleting the blank spacebar spaces from the keyboard, and therefore, if those spaces do not exist, the text to the right of those spaces will collapse to the left, and as you can see, you could push the arrow keys to move across the spaces, and then you hit the backspace, and here we are.